Mechanicus. This will be my first time ever watching a Warhammer Skull showcase. I think they do this annually. Funnily enough, I only learned about the existence of this showcase thanks to a casual discussion that I had with Lore Master of Sotek. I honestly don't really know what to expect to see in this showcase. What I'm hoping is that we'll get some more news on Space Marine 2 potentially, as well as some cool new legendary lords in Total War Warhammer. But yeah, no more dilly-dallying. Let's see what this is about.
We kill it. We break the synaptic connection. They'd scatter like rats. And if you're wrong...
Break the synaptic connection. I think we're talking about the Tyranids? Because they're like one hive mind, yeah?
If it's not there, I cannot afford to throw men after a hunch. Give me 2 squads. 3 Space Marines. That's all I can spare. Brief them immediately.
3 Space Marines, that's it.
Talassa, we are almost there. What is your status?
Drop complete. Moving to objective.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to relay.
Talassa on the march to take that hive tyrant's head.
Make a launch report.
Oh yeah,
Clear
dude.
that wall-climbing scum.
It looks really good.
Now we end this.
I do wonder a little bit about the power scaling here though. From my understanding, the only other time I've seen the Tyranids in like a shooter game like this was in Space Hulk Deathwing. And there you kind of have the Terminator armor with you, or whatever that thing is called. I think it'd be cool to get that in Space Marine, but maybe we don't and we're just like, you know, that good, or we have that heavy of weaponry. Or maybe we just deal with like, you know, the little Tyranids. And then when it comes to the big one, we get a really, really big gun. Our own version of the BFG. 3-player co-op sounds pretty fun as well, especially because in the first Space Marine, your teammates, they didn't really do much. They were just kind of there, but like, thank goodness that they didn't take any damage and you didn't have to protect them or anything like that. That was one of the things I really appreciated about the game. Don't know if I'll be able to find any partners to stream this with, but I don't know. Maybe when it comes out, we'll work something out. Could be fun, or honestly, I could just do a single player campaign.
I have been dying to carve up some Xenos.
Bomb is in place, Command.
6 classes?
We can make it. Keep going.
Okay, cool. If any of this has been revealed in previous trailers, I wasn't aware of it. I don't think I've seen any of the previous ones, except for the one they showed at the Game Awards, I think. But in the first Space Marine, I don't think we had any classes when it came to the single player campaign. Cool. Hopefully not a microtransaction.
Going to kill you soon enough, demon.
Of course, we're fighting demons too. Oh, Chaos Space Marines.
Withstand the heat and keep moving.
What is that, fire-breathing dragon? Tyranids have that? Awesome. Ooh. Okay, I remember this track. I'm pretty sure it's from Darktide. I only heard it once in Bricky's video, but yeah, it kind of stuck in my memory. This track is really good. I think overall, the Warhammer music has been fantastic when it comes to video games. But then again, you know, I've only ever experienced a few of these games. The one that I would say really sticks in my mind is Mechanicus. VR? Plays a Space Marine? I guess that's cool. Fighting against Tyranids. I've never actually experienced a VR game before. I've heard from a friend Serby that they can be kind of cool sometimes, but I think the biggest obstacle there is how nauseating it can be to a lot of people. I don't know how I'd fare. I usually manage in 3D spaces pretty well, but you know, experiencing, or rather like seeing stuff around you that isn't actually happening around you is, I don't know, sounds like a strange concept to me. I'll have to experience it one day for sure.
Race there, boys.
What is this? It's a racing game, but Warhammer? Is that what I'm looking at? You know, this makes too much sense, actually.
Give me more.
This is what I'm talking about when I say the music is epic.
Shut it.
It's just so good, man.
How'd you like that, Tucker?
The voice acting as well. Just so fitting. This looks kind of epic, not gonna lie.
What? Put the pedal to the floor. Eyes the fastest. Tucker, tucker, tucker. Faster, boys. Put him to the end. We got the bomb.
Speed freaks. Oh, beta now? Hold up a minute. I might try it out. I don't know, that look cool. I don't usually play games like that in that kind of genre, but hey, with that music and the orcs and the chaos and destruction, I don't know. What is this? Is this a mobile game? Just judging from the graphics. What was that called? Tacticus? Right? I've seen advertisements for it. Not really too interested in the mobile side of things. Raid bosses. Yeah, I don't know. I do own, what's it called? Gladius? So if I were to play something like this, I'd probably just play Gladius, to be honest with you. Although, I don't really think it's such a good or, like, fun streaming game. Ooh! Okay, now this. This I do know. Thrones of Decay has been pretty good so far. I do like the new units that were added. And Elspeth has been protecting my back during our Karl Franz campaign. Still have to experience, well, honestly, I still have to experience all the legendary lords there. We'll get around to them eventually, my dudes. Thrones of Decay. Oh?
He's onto me. Picked up nice.
What is this? I was talking about this with Sotek. It's like a Cerberus, kind of, basically, of the Warhammer universe, but like for the Khorne faction, I believe. I don't know if it's gonna come as like a hero or a legendary lord. It's probably that, just judging from the small opener that we have here.
Scent. I've been running, hiding, across continents, realms, fleeing through time.
Yeah, three-headed doggo.
Future.
Tis hounds! They're in my dreams now! I need to get out! Out of my
No escape for you.
Karanak.
Karanak is his name, okay. Awesome. Free legendary hero coming soon. Okay, yeah, it is a legendary hero. The design looks pretty cool. I like that. Very Khorne. Like, if you think of a Khorne dog, I mean, the Khorne doggos that we already have in game are pretty good, but like, having this leading them would be absolutely terrifying. I guess it would be kind of cool if he like buffed the doggos as well. I might check around later, or maybe you guys can tell me whether there's any like unit details for this new legendary hero. Ooh, Rogue Trader, Void Shadows. Probably like a new DLC, maybe? We still have yet to play Rogue Trader, but I do own the game, and I do plan to play it at some point on stream.
Is the living embodiment of a rogue trader's power. Filled with mysteries, unexpected allies, and true horrors.
Ooh. cool. Looks kind of like an assassin type class. I'm also assuming it might be like a new class added into the game with this DLC. Battle sector. Okay, I've seen this game around. I have no idea about it though. Like, I haven't even seen any of the gameplay. I'm going to guess it's probably like some sort of strategy game. But you know, I figured if I was going to get into like a 40k strategy game, I should probably at the very least play Dawn of War 1 first.
Firstly, we want to expand our tournament formats. Secondly, we keep...
Wait, oh, there's battle sector tournaments? I didn't even realize.
Is the Necron's Royal Warden. They wield a potent relic Gauss blaster and possess enough initiative to use adaptive strategies to increase the effectiveness of nearby forces. We are delighted to announce that the next major faction for Battle Sector is in the works, and the Commissar has given me direct permission to reveal.
Oh, okay. Ah, the Astra Militarum. Of course.
That's right, soldiers.
You gotta have them in
the
it.
Astra Militarum are coming to Battle Sector.
Are these minis? I guess so. Oh, no, wait. It's a DLC for Gladius. That's cool. We're still supporting Gladius as a game. Are you kidding me? Of course. I've never played a Call of Duty before, and I'm glad I haven't. Oh my goodness. Actual Space Marines. Everybody here is dead. There's no way they're surviving this engagement. Oh, the card game. I mean, as a card game player, you would expect that I would be kind of familiar with this, or at least, you know, wanted to try it out, but no, I haven't.
Next up, prepare to head back to the chaos-corrupted Forge world of Grya for more Bolt Gun, the bombastic retro shooter in which I voiced the part of Sternguard veteran Malum Kaido, who's back fighting his way into the depths of the demonic Forge in the brand new DLC, Forges of Corruption.
DLC?
Let's check it out.
I have yet to play Bolt Gun, so yeah, this is perfect actually.
You had a hell of a blast purging the heretics?
So realistic, feels like going to work.
You wanted more?
A true masterpiece of diplomacy and finesse.
Grab your chainsword because your favorite Ultramarine is back! Introducing Bolt Gun, Forges of Corruption!
I love this style as well. It's like classic Doom style.
Has seized a crucial manufactorum on Grya. Descend into the depths of the Forge complex.
Yeah, dude, we gotta play this.
Traverse the Grya battlefields. Hunt your prey in the demonic Forge. And
so cool. The art looks so beautiful too. Is that Kairos Fate Weaver?
Take on the Black Legion Havoc and his heavy weaponry.
Stupid flaming chicken man.
Survive the infamous Chaos Abomination, the Hell Brute. Scorch scores of heretics with your multi-melter. Or blow them away with your missile launcher. Boom goes the Chaos Pill. If you're up for the challenge, dare to face endless waves of foes in our new Horde mode. For the Emperor!
Bolt Gun, Forges of Corruption
Fantastic.
will once again shake Warhammer 40,000's grim universe to its very core. Available on PC, PS5, PS4,
June
Xbox
18th.
One, Xbox
That's
Series,
really
and
close.
Nintendo Switch.
Yo, I love that. I never realized it before. I guess I only ever saw it in like screenshots here and there, but man, seeing that art style in motion it's really a treat for the eyes. Yeah, we gotta play that.
Only last month, our heroes found themselves stranded on dangerous shores, introducing a new enemy to the game.
Yeah, this.
I would like to thank
I haven't tried out the new map yet. The new enemies that were added look pretty gnarly too. Well, to be honest, they are just like the big Chaos Warrior guy, but with a shield. But you know, that's gonna be super annoying to deal with in like a massive horde.
Well, prepare yourselves for the long-awaited new game mode Versus, as we are finally bringing PvP.
Yeah, I did see this kind of being showcased, or I think it was like in beta testing, where you could play as like the Skaven as well. I think I heard some pretty positive feedback from that initial beta test, but yeah, I didn't see any gameplay from it.
On May 30th, bring out your inner
a rattling
Skaven and
gunner.
team up against the Uberstrike 5 in our returning alpha test.
It's gonna be so fun. Screw over your friends.
They are presented with an opportunity. Access to a lost foundryplex in the interzone void. With access to such facilities, we can produce the Lovian steel of old. You will make contact with our informant and reactivate the foundryplex. But do not let down your guard. Our contact's motives are unverified.
Ooh, wait a minute. Dark Tide Secrets of the Machine God, June 25th? There's a lot of pretty good reveals here that I'm actually kind of excited to experience. I have yet to play Dark Tide, but I mean, I love the Mechanicus as a faction. Hopefully this adds something very cool and unique. Tabletop. Oh, that's fun. There's also a card game? There's so many things I'm learning. What? Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna stick to the actual game. Yeah, too many card games. Blood Bowl. Is Blood Bowl 3 doing okay now? Because I heard on initial release it was not good. Very much not good. A lot of you guys recommended I steer clear from it and just play like the first or the second game. The Wilhelm scream, really? Those are the cheerleaders? Oh my god. That's freaking funny, dude. Okay, finally adding crossplay. Guess we didn't have that initially. Ooh, Inquisitor. New class, okay. I was quite interested in the Inquisitors because of, I guess, their position within the narrative, that it would be like a really, really cool idea if you get to follow them within a video game as like some sort of kind of detective novel kind of thing. Just the idea of going to different planets or boarding different ships and like investigating whether there's some sort of chaos, corruption, or any Xenos hiding among them, I think is a pretty fun idea. And maybe this game is that? I don't remember. That told me everything I needed to know. Oh, okay. Please show me some gameplay. I have no idea what the game is about. No, I guess not. Yeah, just cinematic. Oh, they never had offline mode? Okay. Maybe turn-based? I don't know. Wait, is this World of Tanks? I don't think Warhammer has like a dedicated tank game, do they? Yeah, World of Tanks, Modern Armor. I see. What is this? Card game.
Knowledge
I
is
see.
power, and both. Oh, this is a great saga in the making.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Nice. Adding a Sisters of Battle. Very cool faction. And these are like the in-game animations is pretty good. Wait, a different card game? How many card games do we have? A world premiere, a new game?
Hello, I'm Tom from Nomad Games, studio behind Talisman Digital Edition.
Oh.
For anyone that doesn't know, Talisman is an iconic board game, originally released by Games Workshop over 40 years ago.
That I did not know. I was actually gifted this game a very, very long time ago, and I had no idea that it was by GW. I'm guessing this isn't in like the Warhammer Fantasy universe at all. It's like its own little thing. Oh! Space Marine 2 multiplayer? 6v6 mode. Nice.
That was but a taste of what is to come.
Awesome. I genuinely hope this game is good. I'm going to be so sad if it isn't, because the first game was really, really good. It's a chair. It's a pretty epic looking chair. But the reveal, I was not expecting that. Do any of you guys own a secret lab chair? I have no idea if they're actually comfortable or not. My impression of like actual gaming chairs is they're not all that great. And you're better off just getting like an actual office chair.
From the moment I first witnessed the interlopers, they disgusted me. Eons we spent
More Mechanicus DLC?
waiting to reclaim our galaxy, only for it to become infested with vermin that proliferated in our absence. Now, we awaken to retake what is ours.
What is this? I do have the Heretic DLC, so I will be returning to Mechanicus at some point. I love that game so much. And the music. Hell yeah, dude.
Meat and metal, shackled to ignorance by your faith.
It is. It's gotta be Mechanicus.
If you can stop us, we who have shattered our very gods and enslaved them to our will. The stars were young when our empire was ascendant, and when the last of them die, we alone will remain.
The voice acting for the Necrons is always so good. Mechanicus. Let's go! Wait. 2? Okay, wait. Before I talk about this, let's see more of it. Any more information? Release date? Wishlist now. Hell yeah. I hope we get some new boppin' tracks, man. Okay, you know what? Let me just, there's only a few minutes left. I'll check out the rest and see if there's anything, and then we'll go back and discuss about Mechanicus.
The machine spirit is strong in Mechanicus.
Yes.
What a reveal.
Praise
and
the
looks
Messiah.
Like the Necrons are playable this time too. Well,
Wait, what? Really? I didn't even realize it from the trailer, but that would be really, really cool. Yo, what kind of classes could you build with the Necrons? What kind of different strategies? Oh my god. Okay, oh boy. Do I have a lot to say about Mechanicus? We did stream it here on the channel, and as a huge XCOM fan, I was really, really excited to get into it. And I wasn't disappointed, but I do feel like there are some changes that I would like to see in the second Mechanicus that I hope are implemented. Like, the initial one is definitely the classes and how they interacted with each other, and the fact that you could like put on any kind of skill on any person, and there were really like overpowered skills that you should bring on all of your Mechanicus. It also ends up being a system where you build the optimal build for everybody, so everybody does pretty much the same thing, or you kind of handicap yourself and try to play more thematically, which, you know, it makes the game more fun, but also like the fact that you're missing out on the most optimal build to make your life a little easier it's kind of still there in the back of your mind, right? So I'm hoping they make tweaks to that system where our decisions for the skills and upgrades are a bit more impactful, and we do get rewarded for playing more thematically or like building down a particular path. The difficulty ramp as well was kind of a little iffy, because in the beginning it was a lot of fun and you really had to think through all of your turns, but near the mid game and especially towards the end game, it was basically a walk in the park. I know that obviously you can tweak the difficulty settings in the first game to every single minute detail basically, but like I don't really want to go through the trouble of doing that. And you know, it would just make the early game extremely difficult, which I wasn't really up to doing, especially because I had no idea what I was getting into since it was my first time playing the game. But I do hope the difficulty ramp is a bit easier, or, well, no, not easier. That's the exact opposite of what I want. I want it to make more sense and be more constant. Well, while I do understand that it's kind of difficult to balance that out, because obviously you want your players to feel more powerful and stuff, you can kind of counteract that with introducing, you know, different enemies with unique mechanics that you'll have to build around. But you know, I'm not a game dev. That's just a thought off the top of my head, maybe. It could work out. But also, the fact that in the second game, we might be able to play as the Necrons, or rather, should be able to, considering, you know, how this little image is positioned, which I didn't pick up on my first watch. That could potentially open the door for, I don't know, PvP? The XCOM 2 PvP is pretty much dead, so I never got to experience that. Maybe? I wonder how the Necrons would control if you're the one playing as them. What kind of upgrades could you get? How different would the campaign be? I don't know enough about the lore to even make a good guess as to how they'd adapt that into game mechanics. And listening from the soundtrack there, pretty sure we got the same people working on it. So yeah, as I said, really hoping for some amazing tracks during the battle. And that's all I've got to say, really. Super incredibly excited about this one. The rest of the skulls was kind of pretty meh for me. There were a lot of games that I had yet to play, and I think the outliers were definitely like Space Marine 2 news as well as a Bolt Gun. The Bolt Gun just looked really cool. But man, Mechanicus takes it away. I can't wait to play this on stream once it comes out. Unfortunately, we don't have a release date, so yeah, it's not looking like it's gonna come out anytime soon. Probably next year, maybe. But I promise you, we will be there day one. I love this game, man. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.